We pray for better days.
If you wish to buy cryptocurrency in any significant amounts, you need to absolutely 110% think about the security of your money. Cryptocurrency is unlike traditional money in that there is no third-party backer. So what that means is if you send your money to the wrong accounts or a hacker steals your money, the only way you can get that back is if you get on your hands and knees and you beg that person. That's the only way that you can get it to come back to you, because no one apart from yourself is responsible for your money. This is compared to traditional currencies, so let's say dollars, pounds, the yen, anything you can think of. It's backed by a third party, so there's a good chance that you can lodge an appeal with your bank's fraud department, and there's a good chance that you may get a reimbursal afterwards. Because of this, I want to share with you today my top tips on securing your cryptocurrency. Most cryptocurrency is bought on exchanges. Exchanges are just online platforms through which you can use either traditional money or Bitcoin or Ethereum, something like that, to buy any other cryptocurrency. Whilst you can store your cryptocurrency on here, these are probably one of the worst places that you can possibly do it. Exchanges get hacked all the time. We saw just this week with KuCoin that it had been hacked, $150 million cryptocurrency gone like that. It's still an ongoing situation. I had some cryptocurrency on there, not very much. It's nothing that I couldn't afford to lose. Ideally, I would be able to keep it though, because I do think that it's going to go up in value at some point. And because of that, that's partially inspired this video. So when I say exchanges are one of the worst places to keep your crypto, it begs the question, where are the best places to keep your crypto? Where are they safest? Best places to store your crypto is in some form of wallet that only you have access to. To generate any wallet, you need something called a private key, so don't worry too much about what that is for the time being. There'll be more on that later. A private key is 64 either letters or digits, a combination. Then they do some fancy work with cryptography to be able to make your public address from that. There is no way to backtrace to find your private key from your public address, so you can distribute that freely to those who want to send you funds. So how do I get my hands on a private key and how do I get my hands on a wallet? Well, there's a few ways to do that. There's two different types of wallets. You've got hot wallets and cold wallets. Hot wallets are the wallets that your private key is stored online, so other people may be able to see it. Cold wallets are something that only you have access to the private key for, and they're stored offline. We're going to talk about hot wallets first of all. Hot wallets, as I say, the private key is stored online. They're a little bit more convenient and easy to access. There is a slightly greater risk of them being hacked. Therefore, I don't want anybody to store too much of their crypto on these wallets. It's merely just for convenience while trading, I suppose. My favorite hot wallet is Exodus. I like it because it's got an app for my phone, and as well as that, there's two ways I can get back my Exodus account should I lose it for whatever reason. I can either do it by email or if I possess the private key, which is what I would advise you 110% to write down as soon as you open an Exodus wallet. Another good one is Trust Wallet. I find that the selection of cryptocurrencies on that is just not quite as good as Exodus Wallet. It is, however, backed by Binance, which is the biggest exchange in the world. Therefore, it has good credentials on that one. If you're going to use a hot wallet, it's absolutely paramount that you've got a good security suite, so antivirus on the device that you're planning to use it on. This is important because otherwise hackers might be able to log your keys, be able to therefore derive your private key from that information, and then possibly hack your account. It's very, very unlikely, like I say, but just something you need to be wary of. We've talked about hot wallets, now we're going to talk a little bit about cold wallets. Two main types of cold wallet. We've got paper wallets and we've got hardware wallets. We're going to come on to hardware wallets in just a minute. Paper wallets are pretty much just exactly what it says on the tin. They're a piece of paper that has a private key written down on it. Unfortunately, with paper, as we know, it can decompose with time. You might lose it, it might get water sodden, something like that. So you need to be really careful about where you store it. As well as that, for every particular cryptocurrency, you'll need a different paper wallet. To my knowledge, there is not one that is universal for many different types of cryptocurrencies. So therefore, you might find yourself with lots of bits of paper to keep a track of. So the second type of cold wallet is something called a hardware wallet. So there's a few different types in the market. There's actually 5 to my knowledge. So you've got a Nano Ledger S, Nano Ledger X, something new which is called an Engrave wallet, and then you have Trezor. There's 2 types of Trezor, Trezor Model 1 and Trezor Model T. First we'll talk about Nano's range of products. They've got 2, the S, Nano Ledger S and Nano Ledger X. The Nano Ledger S I personally have. It's really good. It's a really secure way of storing your crypto. It's pretty much just a little USB drive that you plug into your computer. The private key is stored on the USB drive, so that means that nobody else can get to it apart from you. You've got a little pin that you type in to confirm transactions. There's 2 little keys on top. The benefit of Nano Ledger X over and above the Nano Ledger S, Nano Ledger S is slightly cheaper. Nano Ledger X, you can store way more cryptocurrencies on it. I actually feel a little bit constricted by the number of cryptocurrencies on the Nano Ledger S. There's not that many that you can store. I'm a bit disappointed by that, or I feel a bit held back. If you're thinking of spending a lot of time and getting really into cryptocurrency, then I would definitely think about the S, or the X, I beg your pardon. I definitely think about the Nano Ledger X over and above the S. As well as that, the thing I like about Nano is you can stake your coins, therefore you can generate passive income from them quite easily through the firm's own software, which you'll be able to download once you buy the Nano Ledgers, whether you go for the S or the X. Next we'll talk about Trezor's product range. So we've got the Trezor Model 1 and the Trezor Model T. It's slightly easier to set up than a Nano Ledger. However, they're a little bit less secure. Someone with the right equipment can actually get your private key from the device. Very unlikely to be able to do this, is the equipment they need. They need lasers, they need all sorts basically, but it can be done. So if you've got a significant amount of cryptocurrency on your Trezor, people can hack it if they have the device right in front of them. Slightly easier to set up, as I did say. What I will say on top of that is that you can also stake your coins, but you can only stake certain coins. There's not a very wide selection, so therefore if you're planning on generating some passive income from some of your cryptocurrencies, this will be difficult to do with the Trezor. So last but by no means least, we've got the Engrave wallet. So this thing is pretty much impregnable. It will cost you an arm and a leg. I believe off the top of my head it's $399. It's presently on pre-order because they've ran out, because so many people have tried to buy them, so there may be a little bit of a waiting list. If you want in your own time, I'll let you look up how it works. Effectively, the private key is generated in such a way that nobody else in the world can ever get to it. What it means is that your crypto is as safe and secure as it can be. Personally, I've always used the Nano Ledger S. Security is more than sufficient. Security is a black hole that you can throw your money into as much as you like. There's some point where you have to say to yourself, okay, it's just becoming too inconvenient for me to get my money at this stage, so therefore there's always a toss-up or a trade-off. Brilliant, that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. See you later guys, till the next time.